Yeah, why we're not just 12-step and why we have an evidence-based practice and with our therapist, it's because one size doesn't fit all, because everybody's different and God made everybody different. So it would be foolish of me to think that everybody's going to fit in one box. And so we allow people to walk down different paths with accountability and structure. And I love 12 steps personally. I just think they're a good guide for your life. But maybe that's not for everybody. Maybe somebody needs to explore a different path, and you've got an oppositional, defiant type of client that just wants to do everything different. Well, okay, this is going to be a journey, but we'll go on the journey with you. I think as long as there's structure and accountability with it, I'm sure there's probably a million clinicians that won't agree with me. And I would just say, well, I'm not a therapist, but my team is working with people, walking them down different paths that are more catered towards what works for them. The only reason I can do that is because we're small. Like, you couldn't ask 10 clients to walk down 10 different paths and try to do the same thing with 100 clients. It's just too much to manage. It's too much so the small part of this is, let's not put a square peg in a round hole and try and force everybody down the same avenue, because you'll lose somebody. If I believe that the people that show up and the clients that show up for our program, if I believe that this is where they were designed to be, and this is where they were led to be with us, then I don't want to lose any of them. And so we work with the clients, and the clinicians work with the clients very closely on a plan that works for them. And now, we're in a manipulative business, right? An industry where the clients are always manipulating us. Not always, but it's been part of the recovery process. It's the manipulation. So we have clients trying to work the system, and I don't want to do 12 steps, but it's like, we're not just signing on the dotted line just because they say that. We're trying to vet out what it is they're really looking for, and can we come up with something that's a little bit different, and we're willing to do that. Some people have dealt with major traumas that they just need a different path. And I don't want to have a program where people can slip through the cracks. And so for us, it just makes sense that you would not just marry to one model, the 12-step model, which I love personally, but that's my journey, right? John just came in, Susie just came in. Their journey's different, so their setup may be different. And so for us, it's about the end result. And if it's helping them get there, then I'm okay with that. It may not be the most acceptable way of operating, but I deal in what I term, normalcy. Like, we're trying to create a level of normalcy here in somebody's life, and something that they can continue when they leave, not something that they can just do when they're with us and then they can't, so that's the idea.